Now, 189 days into his journey, Adam Sandler's character, the bereft cosmonaut Jakub Prochaska from Spaceman, is speeding toward Jupiter in order to investigate the enigmatic Chopra cloud. He's getting close to losing it. Not the job at hand, but rather his pregnant wife, Lenka's radio silence, is what's truly eating away at his sleep on a spacecraft that has seen better days. Jakub knows something is amiss, even though his doctor Peter and Mission Control's Commissioner Tuma try to reassure him. Jakub isn't sure if the enormous primordial spider Hannes, voiced by Paul Dano, that shows up in his spacecraft is genuine or just the product of his frantic, worn-out imagination. Jakub might just discover the secrets of the cosmos and of himself with the spider's assistance. Based on Jaroslav Kalfar's book Spacemen of Bohemia, Spaceman shows us a side of the Sandman that is both fascinating and uncanny. After shedding the silly persona that appears in almost all of his movies, Adam gave us a film that makes us reflect on life, our actions and decisions, and our reason for existing. In contrast to the majority of Adam's videos, which are watched purely for enjoyment, Spaceman made me consider my own proclivities and, strangely enough, felt sympathy for an eight-legged creature that I would literally waste a whole bottle of dish soap on in order to get rid of. What does it all mean then? Let's examine the significance of the spider in Spaceman and try to understand the movie's conclusion. Some people believe that the spider in Spaceman is a massive extraterrestrial spider that emerges from the depths of the cosmos, just as it appears. His objective: to assist Adam Sandler's character, Commander Jakub Prochaska, in understanding his mental turmoil and, more significantly, his part in his wife Lenka's want to leave him. However, it's possible that the spider, named Hannes by Jakub, is a symbol for Jakub's conscience. While on his quest to discover the Chopra cloud, Jakub is more and more isolated, and his mental state deteriorates as their phone conversations get fewer in number and frequently involve just them sitting in silence. Jakub summons this creature to keep him company in an attempt to deal with his loneliness, but at a cost. Occasionally, when we need to assess our acts, our conscience will intervene. But another way, our thoughts make us confront the good and unpleasant truths about ourselves. It's evident from Spaceman that Jakub needs his conscience to be aroused at this particular moment in his life. Although he initially gives the impression that something external prevented him from reaching his wife, Hannes leads Jakub to visions that show him how egotistical and heartless he has been, which is why Lenka is withdrawing. Think about the scene where Jakub remembers rushing his wife off the phone after she had suffered a miscarriage and was looking to her husband for solace and support. Jakub decides to take care of an egg-burning situation, which he thought was more urgent, without even thinking about his wife's sentiments. At that point, he felt that his emergency was more important than anything she was going through. But it's thanks to Hannes that Jakub not only acknowledges his errors but also that he has been living life incorrectly, and that he can end and start over his current way of living. The spaceship approaches the Chopra cloud, which Hannes believes to be the beginning, and Jakub gets closer to accepting responsibility for his actions and realizing that life is not a linear path. Although mistakes aren't inevitable in life, we may use them to our advantage and reroute our lives down the road we truly want to pursue rather than the one we may have inadvertently taken by accident. Even though Hannes put Jakub in danger in the end, Hannes is the one who saved Jakub from himself. By the time Spaceman ends, Jakub has developed a far less self-centered perspective on life. Through his multiple epiphanies throughout Mission to Chopra, and naturally with Hannes' assistance, Jakub discovers how to embrace his less attractive aspects and realize that fresh starts are possible. The phrase "everything is permanent, yet nothing ever is," as Hannes comfortingly informs Jakub, conveys this idea more clearly than anything else. But in order for Jakub to come to these realizations, his conscience, also known as Hannes, must reject him. By the time Spaceman ends, Jakub understands that he never truly deserved his wife and that he never really tried to get to know her. He also admits how foolish it was of him to prioritize his love of space exploration over the needs of others. This speaks to a lot of people in today's world, who are also guilty of prioritizing their careers and financial gain over their personal lives, therefore leaving less time for their spouses, families, and children. Jakub's life is in danger when he leaves the spaceship to save Hannes, which is another development for Adam's character. However, the Koreans save him and give him another chance at life with Lenka.